she's like, I wondered if I'd see you here, if I'd see you again. I'm like, don't you live together?
No.
Like, why are you meeting at the aquarium?
I know. She's like, meet me at 1. I'm like, you just saw him this morning. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our Dawson's Creek rewatch. We are on season 6. We're getting close to the end, and I'm kind of glad about it.
Yeah.
These episodes are getting kind of, I don't know. So we're on episode 11, Day Out of Days. Here is the summary. As completion of the film, wait, is this right?
Yeah, that's right. That's what I have for 11.
Okay. As completion of the film creates an unanticipated opportunity for Dawson, Joey lands back in Boston, where she comes face to face with Professor Hudson's unruly teenage daughter.
Yep.
First thing I wrote was, the Breakfast Club principal, Mr. Vernon.
I know. I love seeing him. That made me so happy.
Oh, it's good.
And he's like kind of a similar role.
I know.
Like kind of a jerk
Kind of
at
a
the
dick.
movie theater. Well,
Movie exec.
Movie exec. Yeah. Yeah. I thought that was so fun. And then what Natasha said about the film, like in the opening part where they're wrapping the film and Oliver gives his little speech, she says it's kind of weird that we're going to just walk away and it'll be like nothing happened. And I really feel that way, even just about doing plays and stuff. It's wild. Like it's like your whole life for an intense period of time, even if it's just a weekend or whatever. And then it's like you take everything down and it's like it was never there. Mm-hmm. It's so crazy. But
isn't that what art is, though?
It is. It is. It's a limited time offer.
That's why it's so unique.
Yep. And then, and then she says, did you notice this to Dawson? She goes, I don't know why, but I feel I should say this to you. Good luck, because you're going to need it. And I was like, what? I mean,
she's a bitch. We get it.
But I was like, I couldn't tell if that was the writers foreshadowing something or just her being.
No, she's being a bitch.
She's being a bitch. Okay. Good. Phew. That made me nervous. And then I said, of course the professor's daughter is there at the bar.
Oh my gosh. That's what I mean about these storylines, guys.
Yeah.
It's too much. It's not the OG Dawson's Creek.
It's not. Too many other little side Natashas and Olivers and Hudson and Hudson's daughter. Yeah. All of them.
I also put Jack Osbourne again, ?
And that was a whole scene.
I was like, why?
I don't hate him, though.
No, it's just like, this is what I mean, though, is where they're just throwing things in to be relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, the Osbournes are having a moment right now. Let's throw in Jack Osbourne.
Yeah.
As a guest star.
I mean, I would assume maybe he was a fan and wanted to be on Dawson's Creek. You don't think so? You don't think Jack Osbourne was in Dawson's Creek?
Did you watch the Osbournes?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
I don't think so.
No, probably not.
Yeah.
You're probably right.
It's paycheck.
Yeah. I thought it was funny when when the movie exec, the guy from the Breakfast Club, and his assistant are asking Dawson to direct the film now.
Oh.
And he says, call his agent. And she goes, he doesn't have one. He goes, fine, call his mother. Have her sign a permission slip. I thought that was really great.
That was funny. And like that would even happen.
Well,
you're like, let's just have the intern direct.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't an intern. Whatever.
He wasn't.
Production assistant, whatever he is.
Yeah. And they were like, oh, we wouldn't normally do this. And I was
never
like,
happen.
He would literally never do this.
Literally
That
never.
was funny, though.
Okay, and Pacey and Emma in the aquarium. Stupid.
And then there's like the part later in the episode where she's like, I wondered if I'd see you here, if I'd see you again. I'm like, don't you live together?
I know.
Like, why are you meeting at the aquarium?
I know. Like, it was so weird, right? She's like, meet me at 1. I'm like, you just saw him this morning.
I don't know.
It
was strange.
Also, I wrote, she just be telling him to quit his job.
Yeah, I know.
Like living in the clouds, being like, well, go back to who you really are. Okay, but he trying to live.
Yeah. Yeah, and maybe this is partially who he is.
I mean, sometimes, though, you got to just make the money.
Sometimes you do.
Sometimes you just got to make that money, right?
Yeah, and I think he, aside from people telling him he should feel bad about it, I don't think he feels bad about it. Aside from everyone like constantly being like, well, I liked you better as a chef.
Well, and then he was like, well, I've been thinking about it. I'm like, bitch, when? You were just buying Christmas presents.
Yeah, no, you haven't.
You have not.
No, you haven't. And I loved how we were supposed to know that they were in LA because they're on a beach.
I know.
And then it's just the two of them. Literally Audrey and Jack. And she's like, and I'm at this party.
I know.
And I was like,
what?
You're at a party? What is happening?
And did you notice they walked towards the beach to get a ride?
Yeah.
I was like, wait.
They went like down the stairs to the beach.
And then there's Dawson. He's like, I'm here to pick you up. I'm like, but The car would be on the other side.
Why are you guys at the water?
Anyway.
Maybe
Also,
he brought a submarine.
Then, speaking of ludicrousy, again, now Jen just be cool with CJ.
I had a question about that too. I said, do we like CJ again?
No.
Yeah.
What? He had no redemption. It's just now here.
Now we're here, and
last we saw he got punched.
He got punched, and he slept with Audrey, who is in crisis as it is. And he's supposedly a crisis counselor.
And he was like skeezy about it.
Yeah, he was.
And now
everything's good again. Yeah. And Jen, she's trying. She's trying to help other people.
Yeah,
she has an interesting way of doing it.
And then I just had a lot of questions this episode. Everything is a question. I said, and now Joey is cool with the teacher. The storyline I don't like
that
either.
one. I don't either, but that one kind of sort of made sense because she's trying to talk to him again because of the daughter.
Right, but like
I know. But she's trying to and they do argue at the beginning when
I just don't.
Yeah.
I'm just not here. I'm not here for these storylines. I don't like them anymore.
Not either. What about the storyline of Jack getting tested?
Okay, that was good, but I feel like they just threw it in to be relevant. That's what I'm talking about. They threw Jack Osbourne in to be relevant. Now they're like, hey, we should talk about HIV testing.
Yeah. And let's have the gay characters do it.
Well,
that too, which I know. I know.
That's a valid thing considering, the AIDS epidemic. But also that was during my college time. And I remember people they had free HIV testing on campus, I think, or just around. And that was something that was just being talked about, was getting tested for not just HIV, but STDs.
Yeah.
People, I know younger kids, y'all be like, what? No, it wasn't talked about a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember getting tested in college for all those things,
I'm sure I did. I guess I think I did it at my annual appointments.
I think that's when I did too. I don't think I made a separate appointment for it, but
I did.
And then even waiting for it to come back and be like, oh my gosh, am I okay?
I have a funny story. It is way TM. Well, can I tell it and not have TMI? Okay, I think so. I had... No, I probably shouldn't tell this story. But I remember one time I thought I had an STD. Okay, I can talk about this. I am 45 years old and been married. And I had to call some people. And one of it was just really embarrassing because I had just started dating someone and I had to call them and ask them hi, so I'm waiting for these test results to come back. I didn't have it, by the way. It was something else, but they were and I said, I just need to know, and they were yeah, that's not from me because I was just tested a month ago. And I was like, shit. So then the other person, it was an ex and we were not on good terms. And I'm like, well, I don't want to call them because that was the only two possibilities. And then I was it put me in this really awkward position with this other person. I'm like, okay, well, I'll get back to you. Because not from you, but all right. Anyway, long story short, I found out a couple days later everything was fine in that department. It was a girl situation. And so then I had to call this person back and was like, hi. So,
oh my God.
Now, why I didn't just wait, I don't know. I guess I was panicked. I guess I was I
was going to say, why wouldn't you wait till you knew?
Because I guess I was panicked and I really liked this new person. And I was I just wanted to find out and then I was well, wait, did they just give me something? Do I really like this person if they just, and then it was so embarrassing because I'm oh great, I might have gave them something.
Right. Which is what they may have been thinking when
Correct.
You...
And then I was shit. Everything was fine, everybody. Everything was fine. So I never had to make the call to the other person either because I was okay.
Oh my God.
I know. Listen, but hey, I was being smart. I was getting tested. I thought something was wrong. I made my phone calls because I know people, I remember in my younger years, people had like caught something and they were like, oh yeah, that's because you got it from whoever. And they just be going around giving people stuff.
Yikes.
Right?
Like knowingly, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
Shady.
It's scary out there.
It is scary out there. Wrap it up, guys. Wrap it up.
And get tested if you need
Get
to.
tested. Be safe. I mean, do your life, but be safe.
Correct.
And I always was. And so was Katie.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I mean,
I don't know. I'm
was.
assuming she was.
Yeah, I was.
She's like, I'm not going to say. So off the topic of STDs.
Yeah, let's move on.
Jack didn't have one either.
No, he did not.
But see, he had said he was like running around that summer.
He did say that.
And he's like, and then he had that awkward conversation with the new guy.
Mm-hmm. David, I think.
Because he was, I don't know, he's kind of an interesting bird as well. Because
I kind of was like, I couldn't remember if they were dating.
I couldn't either.
And then he was like, he kissed him or something at
I
the
know.
end, and I was like, oh, okay. I was like, are they
together?
Friends?
I know.
Are they
like,
not?
What?
Like, I couldn't remember.
He was like, well, how many people could it be? And Jack was like,
And then he's like, well, sorry I asked or whatever.
And he's like, I mean, but he was honest.
He was.
He's like, listen, I had a wild summer and now I'm getting tested before I go about my life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I think it's good. That was good. Okay. Well, that's all I had for that episode. On that note,
we haven't gone off on a weird tangent on a Dawson's episode in a while.
In a bit.
See what people miss out on? STDs.
Thank you, Jack.
Thank you, Jack.
Jack,
for helping me relive that weird memory of mine. All right. Season 6, episode 12. That will not be a socials clip, by the way.
No. If you heard that, you heard it here only.
Yeah, that won't
special.
There's some things where Katie will text me after we record and be like, please don't make that a socials clip.
Honestly, like there's stuff I'm like, I don't care if someone's listening.
Sure.
And they're
in context.
Right.
Yeah. In context, it's a fine, but taken as a snippet.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
And if it's literally the first time someone comes across you on social, I'm just like, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Maybe not. All right. So let's move on to the next episode. Episode 12, All the Right Moves. As Audrey gets a second chance and Pacey is offered an unexpected promotion at work, Joey is reunited with Eddie.
Yes.
That is also an annoying storyline.
I don't hate it.
I know you like.
I like it.
You like him.
Yes,
that's why.
I do.
Let's be real.
And yes, that is part of it. He's so cute. But I did say I love Jen's hair.
I know.
In the opening scene, it was like that kind of like triangular bob.
You know what? So let me tell you. I haven't had my hair short in a while. I've been growing it out for a while. But right when I get to this point where I'm like, oh, I'm kind of sick of it. Like I want to cut my hair again. Then I'd be seeing people with cute short haircuts.
Mm-hmm.
And she come up on there and I was like, oh.
It's so cute.
And then somebody asked me the other day, because I guess like the bob is like making a comeback. It never really leaves.
Yeah.
But they had that whole Saturday Night Live skit.
Yeah, bob or bang.
Yeah. And so somebody asked me the other day, like, Danny, have you ever had a bob? And I'm like, oh. I was like, all I ever had for like years and years. And now I'm like, oh, maybe I need to go back. I don't know. Stay tuned.
Cute. That'd be cute.
Stay tuned.
I know you love when I compare things to my dogs, but
they got a bob.
My dog Annie got a bob. Okay.
What do you mean?
I'm going to send you a picture.
Bob.
You know, she got those big old ears, those long ears. She got a haircut yesterday. And I got home and Amelia's like, Annie got a bob. And then when you look at her, I'm like, she looks like a little business lady.
Oh my God, stop.
Because her ears were so, I'll send you a picture. It's super cute.
I cannot.
It's super cute.
I cannot.
I know. She's a little papillon. She's only 6 pounds. 6 pounds with a bob. It's really cute.
So maybe really your dog will lead me to get a bob again?
I don't know. It's really cute. Possibly her plus Jen plus the Bob's Bangs versus Bob's skit on SNL.
I do love short hair. I know you have paranoia. I love it.
Well, I like it on other people. I don't like it on me.
You have thick hair, so it's different.
It does weird stuff.
It's different. When you have thin
hair, it has to have a base length. Like, it doesn't have to be as long as I have it now, but I feel like it has to be at least almost touching my shoulders. Anything shorter than that and just poofs.
You have to do layers.
Even then, I feel like it poofs. Or if I don't do the layers every single time, it poofs.
Yeah, you like what you like.
I like what you like. And I'm old and I don't need to change my mind.
My hardest thing for me with exercise and teaching classes and stuff is I sweat so much when I can't pull my hair back.
That's true.
It is such a pain because like there's not like I can't do anything to get my hair out of my face, all of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I sweat a lot. So I have to wash it way more when it's short.
Yeah.
Sounds so stupid, but
no, I mean, that's an occupational hazard.
It
You
is.
have to have hair that works for your job.
that's why my sister never had short hair because she's a nurse. So
Yeah.
like
You have
like
to pull
it's
it
a
back.
pain in the ass. So like, yeah, you got to be able to get
Yeah.
it off your face. But anyway,
that makes
moving on
sense.
from short bops. I like her hair
Okay, yes,
too.
I like it too.
All right. I said poor Audrey.
Poor Audrey, but also they're so quick to forgive her. She walks into that bar and she's like, "Hey guys, I'm back and I'm sorry about what happened." And they're like, "Okay."
Well, I think they know she's got a lot of problems.
That's probably true. That's probably true.
But I mean, they're going to get tired of her bullshit soon.
yeah, they are.
So-
Sadly. I said it makes sense they kicked Audrey out. Oh, the
band.
band.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
And they had that Courtney Love comment. She's like, "What's all these Courtney Love lookalikes in the hallway?"
Yeah.
And then the band was like, "Well, you left. We have a gig tomorrow. We need a lead singer." And then they give her another chance.
I know. And she blows it. But that's
She
because
blows
she's got to struggle,
it.
guys. And that's like, I wrote in there, the number one rule when you are trying to get sober is don't put yourself back
Mhm.
into the situations where you're tempted to use again.
Triggering
But she
things,
doesn't,
yeah.
she's not, doesn't know that yet. So
And I don't think she's getting real help, is she?
no, she's not. She's
She's just like, "I'm quitting," because, which I understand. She's like,
Of
"I don't
course.
like this version of me, so I'm going to," but she's not getting professional help.
right, because there's an issue underlying there.
Yeah.
And I will say something. Okay, I randomly thought about this. This is neither here nor there. And I'm not trying to make light of the problem they're showing that she has. But like, they're like showing her, like, I wish, like when I was her age, I was like a big drinker, a partier and all this stuff. I do not have addiction problems, everyone. But it was fun.
Right.
Like I feel like there are problems that come of it, but sometimes it's just fun. And I'm like, I wish that it's presented in this show particularly as one or the other. Have you
Right.
noticed that?
I have noticed
Like it's either extremely a problem or somebody's sick, and like Dawson at his birthday party.
that. Or Jack jumping off the freaking roof. Into
Or
a
they're
pool.
drinking Coca-Cola. And I'm
Right.
like, sometimes you can be 20 and get drunk and be silly and nothing unsafe happens to you.
Right.
And it's just a good time.
Yeah.
So
It's very black and white in the show. Very, yeah.
not
And
all party girls are addicts. I'll put it that way.
Right.
As
right.
a recovered party girl.
Right.
Not recovered in that sense, meaning that I am 45.
Not recovered because you are in recovery from
Correct.
substance use. But yeah. Yeah. And I think that's a good point. And that's the kind of realistic conversations we try to have with our kids too, that
Sure.
it's not an all, I mean, with some drugs, it is an all or nothing.
Oh,
like, do not
absolutely.
try this, that, or
Oh,
the
for
other
sure.
ever.
Right.
But with things like, even like weed or alcohol, it isn't always you do it and either you die or you go to jail, or you can't do any of it and you're drinking Coca-Cola, like you said. There is a responsible world in between there,
Mhm.
right? And that's the ideal you're trying to get to if those are things you want to participate in, right? And that's the more nuanced thing that they don't really do well.
They don't really do
on
well
this
on this
show.
show. I
No.
noticed that because I'm
No,
like,
they really don't.
like because I can think of plenty of nights of my college self going out, having some drinks, dancing on a table with my
Mhm.
friends, dancing on a stage, being ridiculous. And the worst thing that happened was we had hangovers the next day
Yeah.
and had a few laughs and woke up with an X on our head because
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
now granted you can't only show the happy side of things
That's true.
because then again there were some nights where not great things had happened. So
Yeah.
but it doesn't have to be
So dramatic
So
one way or
dramatic.
the other. Yeah.
okay.
I agree with that.
Anyway, off of that, now Pacey, let's talk about Pacey. All of a sudden he's back to loving his job.
Yeah. That was weird. And
Last episode, he's like, I've been thinking about that and I'm going to wear a Hawaiian shirt to my desk.
and then he skips work. But then all of a sudden he's fine again. Yeah, that was weird. And I don't remember what the setup is for this, but it's seeming like something ominous for Pacey.
Yeah,
coming down
I
the
don't know
pike.
what happens.
Like the woman he meets at the party.
Yeah.
My first thought was maybe she's the CEO he's
I thought
supposed
she was
to
a
meet.
hooker. But I don't think she is.
I thought she was like the CEO because he didn't know who she was.
Right.
And then when he went to his meeting, he was going to meet her. But then they were like, it's Mr. Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, okay. So it is a man. But then she like leaves the party and she did say to him, she's like,
careful.
Did you ever wonder why it's so easy? Almost like the company setting him up to take a fall for something potentially. I don't know. And then I was like, is she like an investigator or someone undercover maybe, and she's seeing what's happening to him and knows enough to know that he's not aware. I have no idea because I don't remember this part of the storyline and what happened when this first came out.
So we'll find out.
I could be so far off. We're going to find out.
I'm just like, hooker.
You're like, oh yeah, I also thought she was a hooker. Oh no, that's not what you were going to say.
Investigator.
Okay, investigator.
That probably sounds
CEO
more likely.
or investigator. Hooker. Nope. No.
Oh boy. Okay. I also put this was also about Audrey. I said I love her fun singing voice.
I know, it's so cute.
She has a fun, she would be a fun person to watch sing live.
Totally. I thought that too this episode. And some of the other ones she's done, I've been like, okay. But the one she sang this episode, I was like, yeah, it was really good and fun. And she's super engaging.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. And I love I don't know if you noticed the part where Joey's helping the professor's daughter with homework. And it's like the most cliche. She's like, it's A squared plus B squared.
know.
I was like, that's what you wrote? That's what? Like, she might as well have said it's 2 plus 2 equals 4.
I know.
Like, I just thought that was really funny.
I just put, like, the professor talking parenting problems with Joey. I said, what is this weird turn of events?
It's strange. I mean, on one hand, he's probably overwhelmed because he wasn't doing this whole parenting, and now he is, and she's a crazy teenager.
But it's her student. It's his student who he doesn't like.
Who he doesn't like, and who is not a parent. She is an adult, but she's not a parent. I know. It's odd.
Weird.
I said there hasn't really been a strong Jen storyline the past few episodes. I mean, I guess sort of. She was doing the crisis line last one, but it's sort of like, you've got this big stuff going on with Pacey. You've got Joey and the Eddie and the professor, and then Dawson in the movie. And then you've got, and even Jack, little less with him, but he's still got these kind of strong storylines. And then Jen's just kind of out here not doing anything.
Well, do you remember how the show ends?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, she'll get her moment.
Good.
She'll get her moment.
Because I love her as a character, and I like the actress, Michelle Williams.
Well, she'll get her moment.
Okay, good. Oh, guess what? I was wrong about something. I know.
What is it?
Remember when I made the comment about imagine if your dad was Kurt Russell?
That's not his dad?
It's not his dad.
How did nobody catch that yet?
No one has corrected me yet. Someone will at some point, I'm sure. Even if it's like down the road and someone's listening to it.
Who's his dad?
His name's Bill Hudson.
Oh.
And he's Kate Hudson's dad too. And Goldie Hawn and him, I don't think they were married, but they were serious, and
so she had the kids before Kurt Russell.
But then she's been with Kurt Russell since they were like little, and they have a fine relationship with their dad, but they consider Kurt like their dad too. And he looks like Kurt Russell. I was looking at it. Well, believe it or not, it was my husband. So I was watching it in like off our kitchen area. And I was like, hey, do you want to see something crazy? And he was like, what? And I said, and I paused it on like Eddie's face. And I was like, that's Oliver Hudson when he was like 20. And he was like, oh, wow. He's like, it looks just like him, but young. Yeah. That's really weird. And I was like, yeah, it's really weird. And he's like, well, what's he doing on the show? So I told him. And then I was like, yeah, it's really funny because this is a storyline that comes from this like blue collar family, and they're always talking about his dad. And I'm always like, yeah, but imagine if your dad was Kurt Russell. He's like, but his dad's not Kurt Russell.
Oh my God. So
and I was
funny.
like, what? I was like, yes, it is. Mean? He goes, why is his last name Hudson then? Now, you can have a famous person with a different, I mean, Kurt Russell, Goldie Hawn, Hudson. I mean, everyone can have different last names.
I literally have never thought about it.
And I was like, oh, so I did a little Google. There he is, Bill Hudson, still alive and well.
Okay, guys. Well, you heard it here.
You heard it here first. Either way, he's Goldie Hawn's son.
Okay.
And she's beautiful, and I love her.
Well, you know what? This building makes me yawn so much.
It's this room because there's no windows, and it's a fluorescent lighting, and we're sitting still for a while.
Well, no, but you know what yawning is about is oxygen intake.
So
do you yawn a lot teaching in here?
Well, Yes, but I yawn on certain warm-ups because of the way my face is, like singing warm-ups.
But that's why you yawn. It's not because you're tired. It's because of the oxygen.
It's just like some of the warm-ups mimic a yawn, and then I yawn, and then my students yawn, and then I yawn again because I literally
don't do that anywhere the rest of my day. It's
so
only when
are
I'm
you
here.
saying there's not oxygen in here?
Well, that's what I don't know. I just know it has to do, usually when you yawn, it has to do with some kind of oxygen intake situation.
Does. Yeah, it does. I don't know. Well, okay. This is getting very interesting, everyone. I hope you are riveted.
It's science, but I don't know the science.
And I got something wrong. So there we go.
Last thing I had was, why does the word Worcester keep popping up for us?
Over and over and over. I know.
It's just to remind us that we have said it incorrect on this podcast.
No kidding. And you know what's crazy is this is happening just really not that long after we did the research on New Kids on the Block. All this time. So it's like we couldn't have watched these episodes first, but maybe we wouldn't have noticed.
I'll still say it wrong.
Yeah, I will too. But anyway, thanks guys.
That's all we
got.
Thanks
for tuning in to our Dawson's Creek rewatch. And make sure you're listening to our regular episodes too. We've got some really fun ones. Just had Center Stage come out today.
Xennial Girl Summer starts next week.
Yay!
Tomorrow is graduation day for one of Katie's kids. Last day of school for the rest of the county.
Correct.
And so summer vacay, well, doesn't really affect us much, but
it doesn't, but it's coming in, huh?
But it's coming. So Xennial Girl begins. Go to our Instagram page. It pinned to the top has our 4 books and our 4 movies. If you want to read and re-watch with us. Sarah pointed out that it was hard for her to find Sweet Valley High. Now, I will endorse Thrift Books. Again, you can find them there, or you can go to eBay, or check out your library's audiobook thingy.
Oh, yeah.
Our library uses Libby and Hoopla.
Okay.
Ramona Book is on Hoopla for free, and I think Sweet Valley High is too.
Okay.
So,
great. Can't wait. I'm so excited to read or listen to all of these books.
Let's get it.
Let's do it. Awesome. All right. Well, we'll see you guys next time here on Generation in Between.
Bye.
So, it might be on our calendar that you've been updating.